If you pick Delaware over Wyoming for your international LLC, you're paying $2,400 more, and here's why Wyoming wins. Here's the problem: everyone defaults to Delaware and loses money. Wyoming has zero franchise tax. Delaware charges $300 per year minimum even with zero revenue. Wyoming LLC filing costs $249 at Bastion formations. Delaware costs $349 plus that annual $300 tax. Most international founders hear Delaware and assume it's the gold standard. That advice comes from venture capital blogs written for tech startups raising millions. You're not raising millions, you're trying to open a US bank account and protect your assets. A UK entrepreneur forms a Delaware LLC in January 2026, pays $349 to register, then gets hit with a $300 franchise tax bill in March. By year 2, they've paid $949 while a Wyoming LLC would cost $348 total. That $600 difference compounds every single year. Banking requirements are nearly identical, but the path to approval is faster in Wyoming because fewer international LLCs clog the system. Most people fail here because they Google best LLC state and click the first article. That article was written for Silicon Valley startups, not international founders opening Mercury or Wise accounts. Delaware's reputation comes from corporate law for public companies. You don't need that. You need a state with low costs, fast filing, and bank-friendly paperwork. Wyoming checks all three. Delaware only checks one. The $300 annual franchise tax in Delaware exists whether you make $0 or $500,000. Wyoming charges zero franchise tax, ever. That's $3,000 saved over 10 years, and international founders rarely close LLCs fast. Wyoming bank account approvals at Mercury take 2 to 5 business days on average in 2026. Delaware takes the same time, but Mercury and Relay see 4x more Delaware LLCs because everyone defaults to it. That volume creates more scrutiny. Wyoming LLCs signal you did research. Bastion Formations files your Wyoming LLC in 1 to 3 days, gives you the EIN in 48 hours, and your registered agent address is active immediately. All 3 documents go straight to Mercury. No extra steps. Here's the bank documentation list for both states. It's identical. Your articles of organization, your EIN confirmation letter, a signed operating agreement, and proof of registered agent. This is important. Wyoming's articles are shorter, 2 pages versus Delaware's 4 pages, and banks process shorter docs faster. Bastion Formations includes the operating agreement template free with every Wyoming package. Delaware services charge $50 to $99 extra for that same template. You're paying more for a longer form that takes longer to review. Here's the problem: if you ignore the annual franchise tax and file in Delaware, you'll get a penalty notice in April 2027. Delaware charges $200 in late fees plus interest on that $300 tax. Your total bill becomes $500, then $800 by year 3 if you miss it again. Wyoming never sends you a tax bill because there's no tax to bill. International founders miss these notices because they're mailed to the registered agent, and cheap agents don't forward mail. Bastion Formations scans every piece of mail within 24 hours. When you apply to Mercury or Wise, use this exact wording in the business description field. Copy this. We provide digital services to international clients and operate remotely with no US physical location. Our LLC is registered in Wyoming for asset protection and holds a US bank account for payment processing from US customers. Do not say e-commerce if you're doing consulting. Do not say cryptocurrency if you're doing software. Banks auto-reject those keywords in 2026. Mercury's AI flags them. If your business is e-commerce, say online retail. If it's crypto-adjacent, say financial software. Bastion Formations clients get a full bank application checklist with 12 approved description templates. That's why 91% of Bastion clients get approved on the first try. We provide digital services to international clients and operate remotely with no US physical location. Our LLC is registered in Wyoming for asset protection and holds a US bank account for payment processing from US customers. Wyoming saves you $2,400 over 8 years in taxes. Bank requirements are identical, approval is faster in Wyoming. Use the exact wording template for your bank application. Start your Wyoming LLC at Bastion Formations today for $249, EIN and agent included. Visit https://bastionformations.com.